Welcome into TD Place in the nation's capital. Very pleased to be with you tonight.
Coming off of a 2-goal performance, Kelly Panic, Kendall Coyne, Schofield, and Britta Curl up front. Nicole Hensley is back between the pipes after her shutout performance. And on the other side of things for Ottawa, it's Gabby Hughes' line. Emily Clark, Manon McMahon. First-round draft pick, Rory Gilday will start on the back end with defender Jocelyn Larocque.
Becky said it. Nicole Hensley coming off a shutout, 30 saves in Seattle Friday. The 31-year-old from Lakewood, Colorado, got the Game 4 finals start to win the team's second straight Walter Cup finals. Meanwhile, for Ottawa, you know it, it's Gwyneth Phillips. She started all 8 postseason games for the Charge, earning playoff MVP for her performance, while the 25-year-old from Athens, Ohio, is 2-1 against the Frost in the regular season. For the opening face-off, Gabby Hughes, Kelly Panic. It's Minnesota's first trip back to Canada's capital after winning the Walter Cup against Ottawa. A fresh season, a fresh start. And while all 4 of their finals games were 2-1 overtime finishes, that was not the case last regular season. We saw some wild swings. Out comes Britta Curl. Curl, who has the last Minnesota goals scored on this ice, and Coyne Schofield shoots and scores. First shot delivers for Minnesota.
Well, Ottawa had the opportunity to get this puck in deep right off the face-off. They weren't able to get it past the offensive blue line. That allowed the opportunity for Minnesota to come back the other way. Couple whacks at it, can't get it in deep. Minnesota ultimately wins this puck battle, and now they're off to the races. You got a puck battle in the corner. Minnesota comes out with this. This line has been absolutely deadly. That is not the player you want the puck on her stick right now. Kendall Coyne Schofield, she's had a hot start as well. She gets this puck under Gwyneth Phillips.
Out the gates quick. Coyne Schofield's 20th career goal. She's now on a 3-game point streak as well, after scoring the Frost's first of the season on home ice to open up Season 3 of the PWHL. Katie Knoll, who delivered a dagger in the playoffs as well, rather in the finals, with that triple OT game-winning goal in Game 3 of what would be a 4-game series. Frost dialed in, connected, talked about that first trip west. They came right to Ottawa after that one. In comes Anna Shohina with Vanuza Katarova off the back end. The 2 Russians on the rush.
I like what you did there. The 2 Russians on the rush, Daniela.
I'm sure they'd like to have more opportunities there as well. Grace Zumwinkle with her first goal scored on the power play last game. Was battling injury last season, affecting her likely more than what many understood. Head coach Ken Klee telling us before this game.
Well, it was a nice goal that she had in the last game, the skill goal, and I think Grace Zumwinkle's a player that you really are hoping to get more out of. Her rookie season was so good.
In comes Taylor Heisey. She draws red jerseys her way. Big stop from Phillips there. A bit of a slip and spill for Ottawa, but they get on the move now. Sarah Wozniewicz playing on the far side, off the stick and pad of Nicole Hensley. Battling along the near wall in the Minnesota zone. Out they come. A big shot, trying to work it off the end boards. As we see our first look at Kendall Cooper for the Frost here in Ottawa.
A player that Ken Klee has been very big on. Really impressed with her off the start.
Oh, but Gabby Hughes plays it to the post. It's covered by Hensley. Haley Irwin watching on. Emotions likely running high for this Ottawa team, a team that's the first in the PWHL to have a 3-game homestand to open the season. They've lost one, they've won one, they'd like to collect more. Coyne Schofield forced back behind the net. Drops it off for Panic, who earned a primary assist. So she's also on a 3-game point streak to start the season.
I would expect big things out of this line. Britta Curl, who had a nice little play at the blue line to back off the Ottawa D and allow for Coyne Schofield to enter. She's got so much speed.
Well, she was added to Minnesota's protection. Dom Petrie stripped of the puck by Hughes, but they keep it in the zone. Steckline from distance, it's loose, and Petrie scores! Minnesota starting off hot early here in Ottawa.
Just a dominant start for Minnesota right away. Dominic Petrie, who is so good when she gets the puck in and around the net, but really it starts with this point shot from Lee Steckline. And what a playoffs Steckline had with 4 points. She seems to be carrying that over into the regular season. Gets her head up, gets that shot through, and there's the rebound that you're looking for as you're driving the net. Dominic Petrie comes in as that second wave as Shishaba takes the attention away. She gets a first whack at that rebound.
Petrie's first goal of the season. She had no goals against the Charge in her rookie campaign last year. She was a 5th-round pick in last year's draft and came out so strong. Zumwinkle to Petrie once more, that time turned aside. But Minnesota setting up shop here in Ottawa. Rebecca Leslie, she had a goal last game too, the Ottawa native. She also had a big goal in the final series as well.
Ottawa coming off of maybe one of the most complete games I've seen them play in the last couple of years, and they certainly aren't starting this one where they left off that last one.
Consistency is key, and Peyton Anderson stripped of the puck. Claire Budarak in the mix as well. Budarak, one of the many 4th liners during the playoffs. Ooh, that gets in close and can cause some havoc. We have seen it go the other way in front of the net. Panic. Oh, somehow that stays out. With Phillips and the help of some Charge players in front. Brooke Hobson as well in the mix.
I don't think Phillips knew where that puck was.
Tough start within the first 5 minutes, getting those 2 goals. First by Coyne Schofield. Coyne Schofield, then Dom Petrie. The top of the circle, McMahon. For LaRocque. LaRocque had the last Charge goal scored against Minnesota in this building. It happened in the 3rd period of that fateful game 2, and the puck is up and out. Peyton Hemp, rookie for the Charge, getting to work along the far wall. They can't hold the zone. Out comes, not quite, Katie Knowles couldn't get the jump on it. Wozniewicz setting up Hemp. Oh, it's off the post. Vasco's there. Gilday as well. And they can't fire. That one rings loud inside TD Place Arena. Knoll to Petrie in the glove this time. It was a big start here for the Frost as they jump to a 2-0 lead in Canada's capital.
This Ottawa fan base has been so good from the start, so savvy. They know their team, they know their coach.
And now they're rallying this team down too early against the Frost, but we have seen so many wild swings play out, especially during the regular season. In fact, last season, not a single one of their 6 meetings went to overtime. It was all decided. Some by 5 goals or more. Zumwinkle buzzing around. Another shot from Petrie. In front this time. Quick tap there. Abby Hustler looking for her first. Hustler again. And Zumwinkle strikes! Just like that, it's 3-0. We're 7 minutes into this game.
Well, not the start we anticipated, but we know when these two teams come together that they are completely unpredictable. We've seen them all over the map, and this is another example where Ottawa is just not good with the puck. They have opportunities to clear it out of that house. They aren't able to. Grace Zumwinkle gets it, and she absolutely roofs this puck just under the crossbar. Gwyneth Phillips not able to make that save, and Grace Zumwinkle, who's been heating up this year. We've already talked about her and the expectation on her in her 3rd season. How good her rookie year was. That's just a missile.
And that is her first even strength marker since last December. She was able to score on the power play after that. So Zumwinkle now on a 2-game goal streak. In their first meeting with Ottawa at TD Place last year, it was a 5-2 win for the Frost. Right now they're buzzing here. We've seen this go the opposite way. Becky Keller on the call for that big 8-3 charge win last season that started just like this, except it was for Ottawa. Now comes Shohina with Katarova. Back to Shohina. Oh, just out of reach for Hobson. She looks back. Ottawa can barely set up here. They have 3 shots right now. One ringing off the post.
Well, it's just a matter of time before these two from Russia connect, and they played together in St. Petersburg. They've looked good together, just haven't been able to find the back of the net yet.
Oh, fanned on it is Gilday, and so Salemi now. Point Schofield off the pad, panic. Gonna go backhand. Would like to add another goal to her count. Clark, her cross-ice feed getting intercepted, and that's something the Charge have been working on, is their puck management. And Becky, we're not seeing that connection here early.
No, we're not.
Clark across this time to Larocque. She draws the Frost her way. A big hit by Petrie. Shisheva outworked there by Meixna. Picked up her first goal of the season last game. Jenner goes cross ice. Meixna once more trying to get a net front. Has Leslie working in. Rimmed around. Savalainen looking for a tip-in now by Meixna. Cleared out by Natalie Bookbinder, 3rd year with the Frost. Savalainen from the point. Need to set up a rebound. Working now off the far wall this time. Minnesota effective, but we have a power play on the way, a hooking call. Hughes also rings the post. Oh my, the post coming in clutch for the Frost early here. Jenner with the team's lone power play goal so far on the season. Hughes trying to set it up.
Just one of those games right now. 2 posts for Ottawa. This game could be a high-scoring affair and awfully tight if both of those manage to get themselves in.
And the face-off ends up in Ottawa's zone. They're the team with the player advantage right now. Hughes passes it off for Gilday. She looks to set up, but aggressive by Britta Curl-Salemi as they want to jump on a jailbreak opportunity. They have none yet so far on the season. And there have been 4 shorthanded goals through 9 games. It has felt like plenty of jailbreak action early here in the 3rd season of the PWHL. Jenner. Oh, it's caught up on the official. Gives room for Cooper to get a stick on it. Savalainen walks the line. The top circle. Jenner lays it down. 45 seconds remaining on this power play. First of the night. Patience. Shohina to Savalainen. Savalainen! Now Mrazova fires and stopped by Hensley, deflected off the glass, and that'll give Panic some room to clear.
When you talk about players that maybe due for a big season, and Mrazova would be one of those as well. She releases a nice shot off that last sequence. She was injured so much last year.
And the first year as well, unable to play all those games, and of course missed greatly when she's out of the lineup. Famously scored the overtime playoff clinching goal for the Charge in Toronto in their very last game of the regular season.
But just an absolutely huge goal for this team.
Back to even strength. 2 shots on the power play for Ottawa, still looking for their first goal. The first 3 goals of the night scored within the first 7 minutes. Zumwinkle with the most recent. Abby Hustler from PEI trying to get going. A big body, smart player, says her coach. And Markowski pressed up against the boards. Cooper gets in along with Becker. An all-rookie D pairing. That's how confident Ken Klee is with Kendall Cooper, their 6th overall draft pick.
Well, he
sits offside. Rory Gilday coming off a 2-assist performance in that 5-1 win. Right now trying to find a way past the Frost. Steckline from the point. Looking for that tip in from Petrie. So we got Knoll delivering a hit in the crease on Gilday. Now battling behind with the veteran Jocelyn Larocque. Jenner as well. Trying to work it off the wall in the Ottawa zone. Petrie, the goal and a penalty in this game. Bookbinder fires it in the far corner.
Well, there's Lee Steckline with that good stick. Step up in the neutral zone and break that play up.
Curl draws some heat in the near corner. Now Panic. With an assist in this game. Coyne Schofield, who opened scoring. And a moment for Sydney Morin in front. Another chance. A good clear that time. Becca Leslie getting to work. Charge just looking to finish up the final 6 minutes of this first period. Nice and clean, allowing those 3 goals so early. Mrazova plays it instead to Himlarova. Now Shohina finds Katarova. Brings it across. Katarova just high. Savalainen back down. Katarova goes sliding. Mrazova looking to control it. Markowski, it's blocked in front by Himlarova. Zumwinkle ready to pounce. And Becker throwing her weight around in just her 3rd game. Check that, just her 2nd game. She made her debut in Seattle, played just shy of 13 minutes. Markowski back now to Mrazova. They look to set up with numbers. In the neutral zone, the Frost just clogging it all up.
Well, they've always been a good team in the neutral zone, but Ottawa does a nice job just to tap it back, D to D, and make their way through, get that puck in deep. If you can't go through with speed, you got to get the puck in behind the defenders. See if you can go to work on the forecheck.
Not quite the shot she got that time. Was able to put it on the body of Hensley. So the Charge will get an offensive zone face-off as they look for the first with just under 5 left here in the opening frame. Saw a big increase there, but out comes Coyne Schofield. Stopped by Phillips that time. We're seeing the speed of the captain here from Minnesota.
Well, she's one you got to slow down through the neutral zone, and when you can give her a head of steam like this, Britta Curl's just waiting for her, watching, and hands it to her. Coyne Schofield, arguably one of the fastest players in the league. When she can come in with that kind of speed, you know she can do damage.
There's great chemistry from this line. Panic stopped along the wall by Gilday. Carl Salemi to Bookbinder across Steckline. Shoots, it's loose. Batherson to Petrie, skims by that time. Batherson in a new number this season. Number 21 was number 9. Meixna trying to dig it out. Now Jenner wrapping around Petrie. They're active along the wall. The battle continues. Out come the Frost. Patience this time, Morin. Former Boston Fleet defender Petrie tries an angle. Goes cross ice. That sets up Rebecca Leslie. Leslie coming in. Mike's no with her. She'll take the shot in the glove. Zumwinkle comes out. Ottawa just trailing in shots by 1. Of course, Coyne Schofield scored on the Frost's first 24 seconds into this game. Zumwinkle shielding and trying to drive towards the net. Petrie helps out. Quick pass off the wall, kept in this time by Cooper. Heisey to Becker. Still in the slot. Hustler trying to fire. Out comes Savalainen. Cross-ice feed to Hemp. That gives the Frost some space and time. Abby Hustler. In the final 3 minutes of the first period, Ottawa looking to crack the scoreboard. Mrazova and Anna Shohina, an international line here. Czech players, Russian players. Peyton Anderson able to absorb that hit well. Loses it in her skates. He tries to get going. Vanessa Upson, her first time on the ice in this game. Now Hobson to Katarova. Difficult pass. Steckline looks up, has Budarak. Forced to the far side. And back behind by Catherine Riley. Riley earned her spot with the Charge in training camp. She took last year off to her first year of medical school at UBC. Along the blue line. Handled well by Upson.
Just another nice play through the neutral zone of Minnesota. And once again, just stymieing Ottawa as they try to get through the neutral zone with speed. I think that's what Ottawa needs more of, is just chipping pucks in behind and seeing if their forecheck can do some damage.
McMahon and McMahon trying to work from behind the goal line. Has it this time. Trying to find some space. In front was Clark. Couldn't corral the puck. Now Gilday sends it down as McMahon and Clark still hover. Clark patient, looking for a wraparound. It's sent out. Now Sydney Morin works it out to Panic. Panic right down the middle. Floats it over Coyne Schofield. And they get a step ahead of Clark.
Well, that might be the matchup you're looking for. Emily Clark, who can skate with Coyne Schofield.
Oh, but we got another penalty on the way. A holding call, and that'll give the Frost their first taste of the power play. Power play brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Zumwinkle shakes off to the top of the circles. Cooper, now Heisey comes in across. A good stick by Clark to disrupt the play. Final 10 seconds of the first period. Fall goes well for Ottawa. They'll regroup and head back out on the penalty kill to start the second period. 3 goals in 7 minutes. It all started 24 seconds in from the captain, Coyne Schofield. It's 3-0 Minnesota in Ottawa. The Charge with a good win in that face-off, taking up some time in the neutral zone. As the Frost look to get to work, 5-on-4, LaRocque. We heard from her the start of the intermission, talking about that they need to think positive. It's easy to get down on yourself being down 3, but they could also be the comeback kids.
I always love to hear from one of the veteran leaders like that. Obviously very experienced, and she knows it's still mindset, lots of game to play.
Steckline from the point. Across to Morin at the top of the circle. It's still alive, Coyne Schofield. Can't get past the Charge defense. 10 seconds remaining.
Sydney Morin with that last shot for Minnesota, and a defender that Ken Klee said goes a long way in helping replace some of what they lost in Thompson and Jakes.
Out comes Taylor Heisey. Back to even strength, but that play developed well on the power play. One shot on the advantage. That one into the netting this time. And of course, plenty of Minnesota talent on the Ottawa roster, whether it's playing there at UMD or, of course, hailing from Minnesota. In fact, a trio of Minnesota natives contributed last game. Oh, in front of the net, it was alive, but Shisheva couldn't get a stick on it. Out comes Rebecca Leslie. Meitzner looking to get ahead. Dropped off and a quick shot. Doesn't reach Hensley. Mrazova in the offensive zone. Minnesota grabs control. Hensley covers.
Smart decision just to smother that puck and try to reset.
Shots are tied right now, 11 apiece. Ottawa has never won a game in which they have outshot the Frost. Hobson shot, blocked in front. They are 0-3 in those games most of the time. Frost do outshoot the Charge in their previous meetings. Of course, very different teams. Expansion changing the roster construction for every inaugural 16. Creating opportunities as well for players to shine. Himlarova gets a touch. It's taken back by Katarova. Her pass. Steckline able to take it away for the Frost, and it back down into Ottawa territory. Bookbinder working along the right side, now in the far corner. Shohina. Riley trying to get back to the puck. Budarak brings it in along the left side, looking for the slot, and Himlarova. Himlarova, who scored on this ice for the Frost in game 1 of the finals. Budarak facing double pressure. Out comes Cooper with the shot. Hard off the pad and a big crash into the net. Along the near wall, plenty of collisions. Larocque fires across ice. Finds Clark. She looks to send it ahead for McMahon. Minnesota native. Along with Rory Gilday. Charge. Trying to find a way through this neutral zone.
Just a little bit quicker support coming through the neutral zone. Manna McMahon was on the far side of the ice. That's an awfully hard pass to get when you're under pressure on your backhand. So
a face-off to the right of Hensley. Morin looks back. Morin originally a draft pick for Minnesota in that inaugural draft. And she headed to Boston right after camp. In fact, never really didn't cross paths with Ken Klee as he came in to start that first season with Minnesota.
He was pretty emphatic when he said, I wasn't here when they allowed her to leave. I don't think he would have allowed that. He's a pretty big fan of the way she plays, and he's pretty happy with what she's brought to this team so far this season.
Thrilled to have her on board. Now Wozniewicz finds room along the far side, just can't get ahead. As quick touch by Batherson. Brings it back for the Frost. Big pass for Coyne Schofield, back to Petrie, and into the slot. Chasing it down is the captain. Played back for Petrie. Hobson on her. It's loose though, and Petrie has some room. Is it to the point? Steckline through traffic, deflected off Hemp. Now Curl Salemi shielding the puck, and down goes Catherine Riley. And so Minnesota will head on the power play one more time. A tripping call on Riley. Peyton Hemp from Andover, Minnesota. Now Steckline. Actually, Hemp and Claire Budarak played high school hockey together. Budarak was a senior and Hemp was a couple years younger. Some connections there. Steckline in the right circle. Going Schofield to Morin. Now Panic. Patient. Back in the high slot. Oh, and that one sent over to the left this time. Near wall. Working it up. Morin. Played from distance. It's alive. Cleared out. But not out of danger. Some tired Charge players as they're still out on the ice here. Panic through. This time it's in front. Can Phillips make the save? She does, but Corin Schofield in a high danger area. Face-off win by Petrie. Cooper to Zumwinkle. Back to the rookie. Now Heisey. Looking to get on the board here with her teammate, Zumwinkle. Cross another chance here. The first overall pick, and it's chance now for Hustler, trying to go backhand. All tangled up behind the net. Back out, 45 seconds remaining on the second power play. A slot shot from Cooper, and out come the Charge on the second power play. They're short-handed. Clark keeps it at bay, tries for the feed to Hughes. This power play brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel.
It was a 2-on-1 if they'd hurried.
Oh, and now another chance. McMahon, oh, and the door is closed. Bookbinder shutting that one, but what a penalty kill here for the Charge.
Well, the Charge with two 2-on-1s, but they weren't able to get it to the net quick enough.
Oh, now's a chance for Jenner and McMahon. Can they get it by Hensley? What a scramble. Both getting their sticks on it into the near corner now. The Frost coming back, and we're back to even strength as Hemp makes her way over to the bench. 2 shots on that power play, the second of the game for the Frost. All 3 of their goals so far coming at even strength. Taken into the neutral zone, Morin. Looking for room, can't find it, just smothered right now by the Charge. Jenner uses the wall. Savalainen with a quick poke up for Meitzna. And it's offside. As Shohina tries to get it. Oh my, what a save by Hensley. Grabs it out of the air off the stick of Mrazova. Out comes the Frost once more. Now the Frost allowing, or rather the Charge allowing 3 goals in that first period. Done that one other time, and that was in Raleigh, North Carolina against, well, the Minnesota Frost.
Some high-scoring games against this team last year.
Oh, and a kick save by Phillips that time. And that was a shutout victory for Minnesota.
Right now it looks like both these teams just looking to throw pucks on net from anywhere and see what they can create. There's been some bad angle shots that look like they're a bit of an adventure.
Fairly low shooting here in the middle frame through the first 10 minutes. It was tied at 10 coming into the second period. Shots now 13-12 for the Frost. Shohina trying to dig it out with Mrazova. And a quick stop by Katarova. Mrazova! And she can't get by Hensley. One of the best looks so far for the Charge.
Well, certainly the best look of this period. They've had some really good forechecks. Again, this is what we saw that was so good from this team.
Oh, but it's taken away by Heisey. What a nice steal and a shot there on Phillips. Face-off win for the Frost. Offensively, Shishova to Petrie. She can't corral the puck. From the point, Cooper takes it back for the Frost. Nifty feed, looking for Knoll. Trying to turn it around. In the neutral zone, once more, Cooper right there. Showing why she's the 6th overall pick. Of course, Rory Gilday for the Charge was selected 5th overall, so you've got some back-to-back high draft picks in this game.
We asked Ken Klee about it.
Oh, and in front, another chance for the Charge, but it skips by. Vasco was perched net front.
Ken Klee feels like Kendall Cooper could have been drafted a lot higher than 6th.
I'm sure he's pleased he was able to get that pick in. Nice and high off the near wall. Hemp to Riley from the point. She plays it down, and Hensley will cover once more. With some chances for the charge, but still without a goal. The Minnesota Frost lead 3-0. That's so incredible to meet all these inspiring women. We've been meeting them during the breaks here in Ottawa. The charge buzzing around Hensley's net, but now back into the neutral zone. Riley gets it off to Hughes. She tries to play it past Batherson. And Batherson comes out ahead for Curl. And a quick play there. Curl opts for the pass to Batherson. McMahon across for Clark. She cuts in front of Bookbinder. Looking to connect on those passes, and they can. Coyne Schofield to Steckline. Steckline takes it around this time. Another chance. Trying to play at it. 8 minutes left in the second period. Minnesota's 3 goals being scored in the first 7 minutes is the fastest one team in the PWHL has scored 3 goals in a game. Look to add to it here in the middle frame. Steckline in the slot. It's just high that time. Trying to find some space, but out come the charge. It's a 2-on-1. Johina to Leslie. Oh, denied by Hensley. Not quite the shot Leslie wanted to take.
She just didn't get it off fast enough.
A quick play by Upson to Budarak. Johina takes it away for the charge. Now Katarova, but it's called offside. Quick touch by Cooper to set up Abby Hustler. Savalainen gets a stick. Another offside call. Katarova trying to have some words now. Of course, 2 Russian players don't have as much English. We were talking about that with Haley Irwin. They're doing what they can. They have translators. They also have an iPad on the bench that is all in Russian translation. They will draw pictures as well.
Well, just working to get on the same page in terms of their hockey terminology, that they're not just throwing out phrases that maybe they haven't used. They're playing hockey in Russia. But yeah, you wonder what kind of words she's having with the lines person right there when they probably aren't on the same page linguistically.
Well, this time they're on side, and Katarova looking to set up Mrazova. Well, Irwin also said they're not sure how much they know of English, because sometimes players will make a joke and they'll laugh. Toivola responsible for the team's power play, and a quick touch by Hemp, and Vasco sprawling is Hensley, but out come the Frost, and on the move. Well, she'll take the shot anyway. Hustler. Could this set up the charge? Not quite. Vasco trying to play around more, and now Batherson. Taylor House getting a stick on it. Check that, it's Sarah Wozniewicz. Shots very close. Minnesota leading 16-15. 6 minutes to go here in the middle frame. Gilday trying to work it out of the Ottawa zone. Sends it back for Larocque. Now McMahon. And what a feed for Clark. Emily Clark drives the net. Oh, and she's denied. Penalty on the way, though. She's drawn that for the charge, so they'll head to the power play if they can't score now. McMahon plays it off the boards, and that'll do. On the charge, and Savalainen and Sunny Ahola, the goaltender now. Hughes and Jenner getting to work on the power play. Brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Gilday to Hughes with a shot. Hensley holds. Second power play of the evening for the Charge. Hit 2 shots the last go around on the player advantage. Battle in the face-off circle. Hughes nearly wins it, but Curl will send it deep, and in comes Kelly Panic. Trying to get through. Kelly Panic has yet to score a jailbreak in the PWHL. The Charge drop it off. They fire once more. They had the support down low. A chance for Jenner. Kick save by Hensley. Oh my, what a save it was. Gilday looking for her first, and a big block by the Frost. A little feed now. Leslie buzzing. Another chance. Gilday unable to jump ahead, but what work by Curl Salemi with the block.
Well, that's exactly what you have to do if you want to be on the PK, especially given that Ottawa had a real flurry of good activity. A couple of nice scoring chances, so Curl Salem breaks that up.
50 seconds to go. Wozniewicz takes it all the way around. Tracked by Cooper. Shisheva trying to get a stick on it, and Petrie will do the honors. 30 seconds remaining now. Another chance for the Charge. And they find a way past Henley. Katarova to Wozniewicz. Played back to Katarova. Savalainen patient. In the circles, back to the high slot this time. Quick pass. Mrazova can't hold on, and this is a big chance here for Denisa Shisheva. Not if Shohina has her way, but that'll do for the timing here on this second power play. Neither side have been able to score on the advantage, although 3 shots that time for the Charge. 19 saves so far for Minnesota's goaltender. Zumwinkle trying to play it for Hustler.
Well, if that had gotten through, Abby Hustler was off to the races.
She had all kinds of open ice. Cooper to Becker. Larocque trying to get to Hemp. Now Zumwinkle. Plenty of free-flowing hockey here in the second period. Himlarova, another member of the Czech national team. Morin, a big shot. That one deflected into the netting. Shisheva, of course, returning to the Frost after being selected in the expansion draft by Vancouver, and so draft pick for the Frost, Anna Segedi, went over to the Golden Eyes. Shisheva comes back, and of course, Ken Kleebecke thrilled to have someone he knows who has the experience with this team.
Well, and I don't think anyone was expecting a trade at that point in the season. She had just been taken in the expansion draft, but he said, listen, the opportunity became available. We were really deep at center, could have used her on the wing, really liked what she brought, and so they made the move and they brought her back to Minnesota.
And Segedi, of course, has familiarity with Brian Nadolski, the head coach for Vancouver, China's national team. From the point now, Steckline floats it down as we approach the final 2 minutes of the second period. Budarak working in with the rookie Anderson. Leslie off the wall. Can't get in front of this Minnesota wall. Bookbinder to Budarak. She'll dump, go off. Anderson coming up on Hobson this time. Now in the neutral zone, Leslie. She plays it up along the left with Meixna. Has Jenner as well. Jenner taking it around. Looking for a lane. Back to the point, Gilday. Jenner through traffic. Panic able to make the block and nearly carry it out the zone.
Steckline with another nice play on that battle behind the net.
Pearl and Panic. Coin Schofield in the slot, but wrapped up with Larocque. Could see more of that on the international stage as Clark comes in, drives once more, throws it on an angle. Larocque in the near corner pushes Batherson off the puck. It's loose and in over the benches. There we're in the final minute of the second period. Petrie in the circle with Hughes. Hughes able to get it towards Hensley, but out come the Frost. Clark keeping it at bay from Petrie with already a goal in this game. Hughes and McMahon, the top line for the charge. Here comes Markowski. And once again, Petrie finds herself with the puck. Chance here for the charge. In the final 30 seconds of this period, Katie Knoll getting ahead of the puck. Savalainen with her. Good stick by the Finnish defender.
Some energy here from this line. Petrie's been going 100 miles an hour for the entire shift. Katie Knoll as well.
Steckline across to Cooper. Zumwinkle. She fends off Clark. Shields well. Around to Cooper once more, who's been so effective for the Frost early on, and that'll do for 40 minutes. The same score as we started this second period, 3-0 lead for the Frost. We'll be back with more from TD Place Arena. Panik and Hughes to start the third period. 20 minutes, can the charge rally back? LaRock. And to set up with McMahon early. She puts it on the net. Clark shoots. Curl takes a little bit of heat for that one. In the near corner. Panik digs out. Plays it up for Curl. They try to make an exit, but away comes Manny McMahon. He's still forced to the perimeter. Savalainen. Meitzner brings it back into the circle, into the slot rather. Stands on the shot. Tries to throw it away. Curl gets her stick on it. Watch out. Coyne Schofield in a one-on-one. Gets by. Denied that time. Leslie had the puck in her skates as she sets up. Turned aside by Hensley.
Forward's got the dangles right now. We're seeing it at both ends of the ice.
Some skilled work, but still can't find a way to solve Hensley. 22 saves. And a quick shot by Shishova. Hensley, of course, coming off a shutout performance in Seattle. Razova working in below the Minnesota goal line. Zumwinkle finds it. Markowski with some support from Shohina. Trying to play it off the wall. Mrazova can't throw her body around. Steckline holds it down. Veteran defender for Minnesota. Big part of their team. Oh, and this is a chance right in front and denied once more. Shohina couldn't get it past Hensley, right off her crest. And that one off the pad. Savalainen looking to set up her teammates. Gets it back at the point this time through traffic. Ottawa staying in the offensive zone, but just like that, Heisey brings it out. Over this time to Hustler. Hustler off the backhand. Stopped by Phillips. Another big save for Phillips as it comes firing off the faceoff. Anderson can't get by Hobson, but Budarak breaks free. Looks to play it in front of the net. Himlarova couldn't help out. Lost her stick. Now back at it. Hemp. Turned around, plays it up this time. Wozniewicz has Vasco. She can't get around the Frost as Becker feels the pressure this time. Defense stepping up big time on both sides. Himlarova coming up on a charge wall. Hobson to set up here on the exit. Hughes. She comes through, plays it over for Hemp, and it's a save by Hensley. LaRock from the far point. Curl turns back. As that support finds it in the middle of the ice again. Pass to Panic. Panic shoots. Stopped in front, and my, oh my, they had some extra from their captain. Curl in the circle with Hughes for the charge. Ottawa takes it. Looking up, Clark. Her feet taken away by Panic. It's a turnover. So Curl gets right back in position now. Back. No one-timer for Coyne Schofield. Morin setting up Minnesota. Below the goal line once more. Curl goes down. And yet, despite falling onto the ice, gets a touch on it. Banked off the boards and then sent right back by Batherson. Coyne Schofield. Now, Coyne Schofield drives it and scores! Her second of the game.
Well, that's the second time in about 2 shifts, too, that she has gone one-on-one with Markowski and exposed her with her speed. This time, once again, she's able to turn on the Jets. This is not the line that you need neutral zone turnovers with. There's a couple turnovers on this shift as she goes past a falling Markowski, goes upstairs, again to the back of the net. Nice little chip play. Kelly Panic, who has, again, had a great start to the year. Sometimes it doesn't need to be a big thing, just that little touch on the puck that allows for her line mate to attack with speed.
And with that Coyne Schofield goal, Minnesota has outscored Ottawa in third period action 12-5 through there are now 12 meetings. And that's just in regular season play. Out comes Bookbinder. Looking to set up with Petrie and Shisheva all connected there on the rush. Now Jenner. Ottawa looking to break out. Set up nicely by Larocque, but under heavy pressure once again, Meixna. Lays it ahead for Leslie. Leslie shoots! It's in front! Larocque can't get her stick on it. Knoll in clear.
Well, they've had the traffic in front. Not a lot of rebounds tonight, but when there has, they haven't been able to get a stick on one.
Another early period goal for the Frost as they look to add another now. Heisey. Phillips covers the puck. Hobson trying to work it off the wall, and we've got a penalty on the way. Ottawa will look to get going here on the power play. Jenner has their lone power play goal so far early in this season, just 3 games played. Same for the Frost, their 3rd game as well. The point, Gilday, now Hughes. Cross for Jenner. Patience. Can't find the space in the middle. One-timer, Gilday scores! The Ottawa charge on the power play. What a shot by Gilday.
Well, that was an absolute bullet, wasn't it? And she gets this one-timer off. Great big tall player, lots of leverage on this stick, and she hammers this puck. You've got some traffic, they finally get some eyes on it. This one just gets inside the crossbar and post. Howitzer.
Rory Gilday's first PWHL goal, and what a time to get it. Puts the charge on the board. Now they've got to follow up. Shohina trying again from the same side as well. And so Nicole Hensley makes 55 saves to start her 3rd season in the PWHL before allowing her first goal against Markowski. We've got chance of Rory breaking out. Of course, a Minnesota native, Chan Hassan. And thought it'd be a matter of time before Gilday lights the lamp, and she does it now. Another defender looking to strike. Savalainen trying to float it into the slot for Shohina. She puts it on an angle, forces the save. And so Ottawa cracks the scoreboard, but still trails by 3. The first goal in her pro career, Rory Gilday. Glory Gilday getting her first as Nevich looking to follow up. There's a rookie scorer off the face-off. This Frost team is absolutely dialed in. Coyne Schofield bookending their 4 goals so far. Vasco into the neutral zone now. Hobson over to the far side. Hemp gets there. Vasco plays it right in front of the crease, and what a scramble in front of the net. It's still alive. Hemp and Nevich. Oh, but that gives some space for the Frost to get going. Shishova, Knoll, and Petrie. Hobson stays with her along the near side. Now come the charge this time. Brooke Becker carries it across the line, puts it right on Phillips. Comes in here as a 6th-round draft pick for the Frost. And Cooper manages to get that shot through.
Just kind of bounces its way to net. Phillips had to be sharp.
Final 12 minutes here in the 3rd period. Ottawa getting on the board here. Curl. Patience plays it back. Has Panic with her. She looks for a way to get it across. It's off the skate of Clark.
Well, this all comes from a nice breakout. And Kendall Cooper with a middle pass. You gotta have some confidence as a rookie to hit that middle pass right in front of your net. And that was a nice way to get out of the zone.
Oh, great confidence from Cooper in this game, especially. Little pass back to Hustler, steered aside. She pulls it off the wall. Batherson with a touch this time to Heisey. Heisey still looking for her first goal of the season.
Despite a really great start in the rivalry.
Oh, watch out, Zumwinkle! The shot turned aside once more by Phillips. Gives the Frost room to stay below the goal line once more. Rebecca Leslie comes out, gets it out to Meixna, but it's offside.
Coach Ken Klee tells us Abby Hustler, who's on that line, isn't just a big body. She loves to throw the body, but she's got a ton of skill as well.
Shohina takes the shot on Hensley anyway.
She's got Katarova driving the net, looking for something there. Said it before, I really think it's a matter of time before those two connect, that they're really looking for each other, found each other a few times tonight. Nothing's dropped for them. They had 1 goal, first game, called back. Looked like things were going to start off well.
Yeah, that was Katarova. Had set up the shot. It went off the skate of Gabby Hughes. It was disallowed due to too many players on the ice. Shohina made her debut the next game, and 2 of them have played together the last 2 seasons in St. Petersburg. Hobson keeps it away from Curl. Check that Knoll, but Petrie from the neutral zone. And a nifty little feed for Shishova, stick by Riley. And another. Quick shot by Cooper. Had Katie Knoll down low again.
Knoll just took a blocker to the face going to the net.
Yikes. Out come the Frost once more. Cooper looking back. Looking for that stretch feed, but it's lost in the neutral zone once more. Katarova goes off for a change. Leslie on the ice. Budarak setting up with Himlerova. Good stick by Leslie to take it away. Looking up from the near side now into the middle. Drawing all the Frost her way. Jenner's there, calling for it. Along the near side, Gilday and Jenner getting to work. Himlerova looking for Peyton Anderson. We've passed the halfway mark here of the 3rd period. Both teams have scored in this frame, keeping that 3-goal lead for Minnesota. Hemp can't hold on. And Curl has eyes for the net. Drives towards, looking for a quick play by Coyne Schofield. She's been set up for the one-timer a couple times. That time, it's net front. Panic. Can't get the shot off. Another chance here. Morin Sends it back down for Panik, and a quick shot in the glove this time. Britta Curl hoping to get one by Phillips, but it's 4-1 in Ottawa.
Kelly Panik back in the face-off dot. This line has been buzzing.
Now Markowski for the charge. To play it in the neutral zone. Curl flips it out to Panik. She takes the shot. He's trying to set something up for Coyne Schofield. Hat-trick watch for the captain in the glove this time. Curl coming in on Phillips.
Well, Phillips has taken a couple bumps. Katie Knoll went to the net hard as well and got a blocker in the face for her efforts. And then Curl as well. So they're driving the net hard to see if they can get something, but I don't think Gwyneth Phillips likes it too much. Once again, this line enters with speed. Panik tries to just throw that puck on net, and then they go to work. There's a long shot. Phillips has that puck. She's out at the top of her blue paint. I'm sure Curl was just cutting in front of the net. However, I think Gwyneth Phillips wanted to send a little message there. Gives her a blocker as well.
Heisey wins that one. Bookbinder from the point. Pulled off the wall by McMahon, but her pass goes straight to Heisey. Now just over 8 minutes remaining. Heisey carries it over. Brings the charge with her. Off the glass, Steckline far point. Pressure from Markowski. Zumwinkle plays it to the line once more. Steckline back down. They'll do this all day. We showed you the early standings in the intermission. Oh my, that's a loose puck. And we've got some physical play happening. Crowd reacting to that. Some pushing and shoving while Clark's trying to get back to business here for the charge. She turns back. Has some help. Hobson kept busy by Shishova. Sends Steckline into the corner. Crowd taking plenty of exception here. Knoll to Shishova. It's a 1-on-2 and a quick poke by Knoll with the feet to Petrie. Oh, and it's kept out. Can Ottawa make something happen after that big save? Vasco to Wozniewicz, but she takes the contact. Wozniewicz looking up, back to the point now. Larocque forced to get around Knoll. Once more, Wozniewicz to Hemp. The two rookies getting to work. Can't connect on that pass. Gilday looking it off the wall, trying to stay alive once more, but Kendall Cooper settles it down for Minnesota.
Well, things have gotten physical in this game. A couple big hits all over the ice, and this one, Abby Hustler. That one, the fans wanted a call. That one a little bit on the numbers. Savalainen comes in to let Hustler know what she thinks about that. And that's a player that's come into this league, played with a real edge. This is a beautiful chance. Gwyneth Phillips has to make a nice save at the third line for this Minnesota team that has been very good tonight. Real energy line, hard to play against. And get their scoring chances as well.
Ken Klee calling Hustler our new McQuigg. A compliment to Brooke McQuigg.
Came into this game having thrown 7 hits, tied with the league lead. So you know she likes to play physical, and sometimes it's you got to adapt when you come out of college. She seems to have adapted right away.
Oh, Gilday fires, but it's blocked by Knoll. Leslie retrieves it off the wall, throws in the far corner for Jenner. Now Meixna trying to work in the red jerseys. Out comes Brooke Becker. Made herself noticeable tonight for the Frost.
She just had a big hit, too, on that last opportunity.
Final 6 minutes here. Shohina to Katarova. Check that, Larocque. Out comes Jenner. She puts it on an angle as well. Trying to grab the rebound, but her stick is caught up on Petrie. Cooper with the feed for Bruderak, and Savalainen gets in front. Not quite. Nearly turned around Anderson. Shohina to Katarova. But Ottawa's got to work out of their zone quick. Still trailing by 3. and now being outshot 31-30.
This is an area where Minnesota's always been good. When they're holding a lead, they defend the neutral zone so well.
Ottawa's still trying to find a way to rack up the tally, but Minnesota enjoying this 3-goal lead. A 2-goal game for Kendall Coyne-Schofield, and we're going to take it back to the first 24 seconds in this game for the bring-it-in moment of the game presented by DoorDash.
Well, it didn't tell you Kendall Coyne-Schofield long to change the tone of this game. Like you said, 24 seconds. She gets this puck out of the corner, takes it to the front of the net, and finds that space between Gwyneth Phillips' legs to put her team up 1-0 and really put Ottawa back on their heels.
DoorDash, proud fan and official partner of the PWHL. Center ice face-off, Budarak takes it away. Chips it into the near corner. Markowski lays the hit. Anderson can't find space. Mrazova. Frost kept to the outside. Now in the circles. Take away by Shohina. Katarova can't get a step ahead. This time Morin trying to work it down the near wall. Ottawa looking to finish this game strong. They have very little rest. They're back in game action Thursday. Shohina, the shot turned aside. And the incoming support just delayed as Hobson just ascended back for the charge using the near wall this time. Hughes fires it back for Catherine Riley. Comes Gabby Hughes, she's on her own. Steckline gets it by Clark. Big collision along the wall with Curl, but look at this. Setting up for another chance here. Coyne-Schofield plays it back for Panic. Lost at the line, Steckline. That gives Madden McMahon a chance to break through. McMahon! Oh my, and she's done everything she could. Corrals the puck.
Well, a couple nice plays from Madden McMahon to get that puck out past Lee Steckline and then to make that move.
Oh, and a little turn back. Turns problematic here for Larocque. Zumwinkle to Cooper. Now Becker. The shot saved by Phillips. Minnesota swarming. Another chance. Zumwinkle goes for the wraparound. Deflected off. Now Leslie setting up. They got to put on the speed. Zumwinkle saying during the second intermission they got to stop the odd player rushes, and effective there for the Frost that time. Got an empty net as well, so 6 on 5. So Ottawa's trying to find a way past Hensley. 5 on 5. We'll check that, as I said, still with a player advantage.
Well, tall task, right? Under 3 minutes left, you're down by 3. It's a goalie out. One of the best moments or best opportunities of the last sequence comes right here as man makes that nice move to the backhand and then tries to throw it beat Hensley. That puck's out front, so the only place you have to go with it is along the ice. And McMahon crashes into the end wall after the fact, but a nice move to give her team a scoring chance.
Timeout for Ottawa. Haley Irwin having a discussion with the team. Amanda McMahon, of course, getting the first game winner of the season in their last game. And I mentioned it too, Becky, very, very quick turnaround for the Charge. They'll be in Toronto for the first Battle of Ontario Thursday. So basically one night's rest.
Well, it's always quick turnarounds in this league, I think, too, when you're coming off a loss to regroup. Not to say that this game is over, but again, tall task when you've got 3 minutes left on the clock and 3 goals are needed. So I would imagine right now they're trying to figure out a quick play off of this face-off if they want to give themselves any opportunity. They're going to have to get something on the board pretty quick.
And a dangerous empty net as well. We've seen quite a few empty netters already early in this season. And teams have needed to pull the goaltenders early. So they'll get to work 6 on 5. Gilday at the point. Jenner. Leslie. Center round. Meixner. Plays it off. Now Clark. Jenner. Patient. Quick to Hughes with a shot. Meixner net front. Now Leslie. To Clark. Less than 2.5 to go. Oh, and just a jump ahead that time. Clark able to get in front of Shisheva. She's going to keep batting at it. Batherson tries to play it back. Jenner collects it for her team. Gilday with a rim to Leslie. Final 2 minutes to go. Minnesota with that 3-goal lead. Jenner through traffic. And despite 2 players net front, can't find a way. It's been that kind of night. Ottawa Charge have had their chances. Out shooting Minnesota now, 34-32. Hensley has been so solid between the pipes, and Coyne Schofield looking for a hat trick, and she gets it. The captain's hat trick here in Ottawa.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Coyne Schofield breaks out 2-on-1 with an empty net, I'm pretty sure something good is going to happen for her. She finds the middle of that net for the hat trick and really kind of seals this deal. 5-1. Gwyneth Phillips go back in between the pipes. They win this battle. Coyne Schofield comes out, takes a peek across the ice, opts to throw this puck down, puts it into the empty net. Big night for her, the veteran. We talked about the veterans off the top and how well they've been for either side. Of course, Coyne Schofield, who has always carried this team through both seasons, a big season last year. She started off really well again this season.
First career hat trick for Coyne Schofield in the PWHL. Last year, Minnesota defeated Ottawa 5-2 in their first meeting of the season. Right now, it's a 5-1 lead. Goals by Coyne Schofield, Dominic Petrie, and Grace Sumwinkle. In fact, Grace Sumwinkle's last even-strength goal was scored against Ottawa in that 5-2 game prior to getting one tonight. Final minute of play, and the Frost have to be feeling good. They drop their home opener, Becky. Then they go on the road. They go all the way to the west to Seattle. They win 3-0. Then they come out here to Ottawa, have an even bigger game, an even bigger night on the road. They have one more road game before the international break, and that's this Sunday in Boston. Playing at Agganis Arena. Shahina throws it on the net. Ottawa trying to finish strong.
Well, you look at this Minnesota team, and obviously they lost a lot in expansion, so did everyone else, but to me they look like a team that still has a lot of depth.
Lots of depth, lots of confidence and chemistry early here in the season for the Frost as the final 5 seconds winds down.
Well, some of the pickups, some of the rookies that I think they've picked up have added to that depth, really helped to replace some of the players that they've lost, but they've got some speed, they've got some scoring. I like their third and fourth line tonight, the way that they come at you. They come at you hard. They're hard to play against. One of the keys to success for Ken Klee throughout the last 2 seasons is using the depth on this bench, and you can see that already developing out here just early in this season.
2 seconds on the clock. The Minnesota Frost chill the Charge 5-1 in their first meeting since the finals. Second straight win for the 2-time Walter Cup champions. And what a night for the captain, Kendall Coyne Schofield, getting her hat trick.